This is the front main bearing of the crankshaft. As you can see, it is original one. It was bought from BMW, but I had a problem. This is the old main bearing, and in the front the main bearing has 1, 2, 3 holes in plus. This bearing did not have these holes, 1, 2, 3, and I had to make them. It was not very difficult, but you have to be very careful with the distances and the measurement. Also, as you can see, it has a blue paint. BMW has, for this type of engine, different sizes for the bearings, and you have to know the color. On the old one, you cannot see any color because it was erased in time by the heat and the oil. But we have here the code of the part, and if you put this code on the internet, you can find on the BMW catalogs the color of the bearing. As you can see, this one is 285 and the new one is 286. That is because it's the first repair, 0.25 millimeters. That means 2/10 of a millimeter. So I have managed to make the holes for this bearing. I have a sign here and a sign here. This is the line where the bearing it became close. As you can see, the holes are in the line, so they should be okay. This is the main support of the crankshaft in the front, and I have to put this bearing inside. In order to make this operation, I have to hit the support, and after that carefully pressing the main bearing. is perfect. After the cooling, I have checked the holes. With a piece of wire. Okay, this is the second one. Also it is okay. I have pressed the locking pin here. And we have here the engine housing after the second cleaning. Before it had some paint, I managed to clean the paint with some solvent. It's clean now. And this is the second bushing for the crankshaft in the rear, just before the flywheel. This is the crankshaft after it was rectified at the first repair. As you can see, it has a nice surface now, very clean. What you don't find in the service manual is the fact that you have to take out this counterweight, and in order to do that you have to drill these bolts here. These bolts are new ones. They were pressed after we have rectified the crankshaft, and they were heated up in the head here and pressed while it was still hot. The reason to do that is very simple. The grinding tool doesn't have enough space to pass through here. So because of that, you have to take out the counterweight. They did a good job. These are the bushing crankshafts for the axial load. As you can see, this part is worn out. I cannot use anymore. I have to buy another one, a new one. But this one, it looks very good. So I will use it on the front side of the crankshaft, because there are not many forces in that part, and I will buy a new one for the rear, just before the flywheel, where is all the force when you push the clutch. Also, I have to assemble the crankshaft in the engine housing in order to determine the thickness of the bushing crankshaft. We put some grease here in order to fix the bushing on the engine housing. Put some oil here. And slowly we're putting the crankshaft inside. Now I have to mount the front crankshaft support, and according to service manual we have to heat up this area until 80 degrees, 100 degrees. As you can see, the crankshaft have a very smooth turning, and I have to say the service shop who did the job with rectifying the crankshaft did a great job. No play, very nice. Now I have to make the measurement for the axial play of the crankshaft. In order to do that, I have locked the main support with the 4 nuts, and also I have mounted the flywheel because it's necessary for measurement. In order to do that, we have to make a push from the rear to front. We take a caliper. We have 28 millimeter and almost 7/10 of a millimeter. And now we have to make a push from front to rear. And now we have 28 millimeter and 9/10 of a millimeter. That means 2 to 3/10 of a millimeter. So we have to buy an axial bushing with 1/10 of a millimeter in thickness in plus.